is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of 2 Times the Grind. Well, what a week it has been. I am very excited to talk about everything that we've seen this week, from Call of Duty League to a couple of announcements on the Infinite side of things, to just life in general, because the sun is shining, spring is here. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty good, Peach. What about
Sunlight.
you? Sunlight
it's just something else.
For us gamers,
yeah.
it's definitely a health need for sure. Some vitamin D. Hope everybody's having a wonderful week and that your start of the week has gone very, very well and very nice. And I hope this gets you through the Wednesday on the way. A lot of
love on the last episode. Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of love actually. A lot of people had a good giggle with us.
Kind of like every episode, but yeah, we were like goofballs in the last one, and people were really.
We were such goofballs. I remember we literally finished that episode recording. We turned to one another and we're like, "Is that acceptable? Like, can we like? Is that? Can we put that up?" I think we laughed
too much.
Is that weird? And then I actually, when I was editing, I was like, actually, this is fun.
Yeah,
so,
and it wasn't as bad as we thought it was.
We're very glad that you guys laughed with us through the episode. I tell you what, though, we do have an 8th bag of coffee here. Obviously, 8 episodes in, 8th bag of coffee. This is a really cute looking coffee. You can't really see on camera, but on our socials, on our Instagram, you'll be able to see closer. But there's an astronaut on here throwing a coffee in space. There's a spaceship. There's all sorts of satellite, planets, stars, moon. This is called Copper Moon Coffee, and it's a tropical coconut coffee, but it is artificially flavored. So this one is not quite like all about the bean. It's more about like, I suppose, like the taste. It is artificial, but it is, it is still kind of cool to try a little bit of everything out there. Not everything's going to be a natural bean that we're going to be trying here. But it does say it's a rich premium, 100%. I never know how to pronounce this word. I'm going to have to figure it out. But Arabica blend with a hint of coconut, hazelnut, and caramel flavors. It's a medium roast. And this one's ground. And it does say at the bottom, handcrafted on Earth. Something I really liked about this as well. It does talk about their journey, which is really cool. But at the bottom, it does have their social media, and it says, "Follow us, Earthling." And I love that.
That's cool. The packaging is cool.
The packaging is really cool.
You can taste the hazelnut really good. Really well.
It on this part here on the left hand side of the packaging, it says prepare for liftoff, and it shows you how to brew it and different ways to brew it. Has like rocket fuel, blast off, all that stuff. And then on the back, our journey, it says it's inspired by perfect alignment of a copper moon. So that's really cool. I'm gonna have all of those details down.
What else is it supposed to be? Hazelnut and what else?
Hazelnut, caramel, and coconut. Let's give it a little try. Oh, I can smell it already, and it smells very sweet, like almost like a dessert.
This is one of the better ones to brew. Like smell wise.
That's like dessert in a cup.
You know that?
Yeah.
Like smell wise, this was one of the my favorites to brew.
Was it?
Yeah, it smelled
really good.
Yeah, like really good.
It smells very strong of those 3 flavors.
Yeah,
I can literally smell the caramel, hazelnut. I think hazelnut's quite overpowering in this.
For taste wise, for sure. Smell wise, not like, I don't know. Like when I was brewing it, I smelled like coconut.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I guess it's because I've tasted it now. I can just taste
the
hazelnut.
It's really strong.
If you love hazelnut, you'll love this. If you hate hazelnut, you will not like this at all. So that's a really great insight from me.
I don't know if you hate hazelnut.
What?
Like, do you just have hazelnut coffee and you're like, I don't like this at all?
Yeah, people, hazelnut of all
like
the nuts.
I've never had a flavor.
Of all the nuts, I feel like hazelnut's strong.
I've never had a flavor of coffee that I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah, but that's just
you guys have anything? Okay, well, hold on. Let's ask the comment section here. Do you have any kinds of coffee, any types, any flavors that you just don't rock with at all? Hazelnut being one? I don't.
Licorice.
Okay, well now I feel like you're getting a little crazy.
Well, I've had licorice tea.
We're talking we're talking coffee. Okay? Do you have a flavored coffee that you do not like? Do you have a flavored coffee you don't like?
I don't think, well...
Exactly. You can't think of one.
Do you know what the only ones I don't like is, I don't think I like a light roast at all. I feel like you're drinking water, really muddy water. Okay, but
I'm not talking about like kinds of roast. I'm just saying flavor specific.
No, not yet. Not
okay,
yet,
so exactly. So
licorice.
We're not talking about tea.
Yeah, but you could have a licorice coffee. Might be. Could have.
We've
had pink lemonade, love. We've had pink lemonade. Have we not?
That wasn't... I don't feel like it was like really pink lemonade though.
let's move on. Let's move on.
I want to say something real quick. I had a lot of people side with me on the emotional bubble side of that conversation last week.
By a lot of people, one. He's talking about one person. He had one text from one person saying, "By the way, I side with you." Just FYI, that person's now dead to me. But apart from that, one person. Can I just say, all right, you come in here, have you to start on me?
I've been waiting all week to say it.
I mean, you could have said it before we started the podcast. You've got to have to say now.
Ever since Grody texted me, I was like, oh, I'm going to say something.
People have started their Wednesday and they're watching us having a domestic.
I'm not arguing. I'm speaking pure facts. You don't have a coffee you don't like.
You come on here and you roast me. And you know what? I prefer this roast than you and your roast. FYI.
That was so cheesy.
Anyway, should we continue?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this has been an interesting start again. Well, if you liked episode 7, you'll like this one. So we need to talk about Call of Duty League. Obviously, we had
CDL,
the LAG home series, which was the week before the major starts, and you'll be watching this day 1 into the major.
Yeah.
But it'll be in the morning before it begins. Yes. So there's a couple of things I want to talk about when it comes to this week. First of all, LAG taking down Faze, which was quite clearly a big shock to the league.
Yeah.
But after watching it happen, after then speaking to Simp, I had the interview with Simp and watching them 3-0 the following match, I kind of knew what had happened already. Like, it's just one of those things, like they just said, like, look, we just weren't prepared. Like we weren't coming into it playing properly. Our communication was lacking. We just didn't have a good day.
Yeah.
What do you make of it overall?
I try to like take every match pretty serious, but on the league match side of it, when you're in Faze's shoes and you kind of got everything just locked up in terms of like they got number 1 seed and they're a clear-cut favorite heading into it. When you're going against a lower seeded LAG, it just has to be. I don't actually, I can speak from experience. It is hard to lock in and be like, okay, let's go 100% here when you're playing a lesser team overall. You try to, and for the most part, I feel like they have played at 100% against every team they played against. But it's not abnormal to have an off day. I think it's like the first off day you could probably say that you've seen out of them.
Yeah, I think everyone can have an off day. It just depends, like. It's just weird because we literally filmed a roundtable discussion about Atlanta Faze's dominance before this happened, for heading into the major and talking about, like, can somebody take them down?
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird because, like, and this is no disrespect to LAG, but for LAG to have taken them down, I just feel like that whole roundtable discussion was like, ugh.
I just think that people overlook LAG. And I mean, look, LAG had a solid performance. No, I know, but they've
been doing pretty badly.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I probably can guarantee you Faze went into it thinking they're just going to smoke them, no problem.
Complacency.
Yeah,
which is another thing I did talk about.
But it's like complacency, but it's just one of those things, like, because I've been in the league format before, not necessarily franchise league, but pro league for Halo, and it's one of those things when you're the number 1 seed, guaranteed, and you spilled it. Do you have a tissue? I don't. When you're the 1 seed locked in, do you need to take a break?
Yeah. Okay. Be right back.
Pause.
So we're back.
Where was I at?
Accident prone me.
Yeah. How did you say you were gonna spill the coffee and then manage to spill it?
What do you mean?
Like you're like, oh, I almost spilled the coffee, and then you managed to spill your coffee.
I know. Well, I think it's the roast. It's very jumpy.
Okay. I lost my train of thought now. Oh, okay, right. So speaking from experience, when you're the 1 seed and you have it locked in and you're playing against a lower seeded team, it's just hard. You're a week away from the major. It's just difficult to be 100% on point. I feel like you want to be, but it's difficult. And I just think that's what happened. And then they bounce back the way they should.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's what a good team does. They lost, to a team that they shouldn't have, and then they bounce back 3-0.
Well, it was quite interesting because at the beginning, I think they were like I think there is complacency to a degree, but then like you said about LAG, I think people just don't like actually see properly how good they can be or are sometimes. And like obviously like Silly and stuff having like the game of his life and just like performing to the actual standard that Silly holds within himself. Like he's a really good player. I mean, they all are. But the fact that that day it was working really well for them with the S&D, Miami, Atlanta Faze hadn't been beaten on Miami S&D until that time. That was the first time they went down. But the really slow offensive pushes from LAG were just so counteractive to what Faze wanted to do. Like they just didn't know what to do with it because it was the two paces. I mean, you know, Faze, they're like rocket launchers. Like they go off on the map. Like they're so fast. And I just don't think they could handle how slow LAG were playing it. And the fact that Miami, you can't, like, it's not like a really small set map. You can, how am I?
You can slow it down.
You can slow it down without getting caught if the other opposition is fast paced. And that's exactly what happened. Like, it was really well done.
It's like
really
checkmate when someone tries to slow it down and you're playing fast. I mean, you're just in their grill, aren't you?
Yeah, you can't do anything about that. But Miami, you can, especially S&D. But so really impressed with like how they were really countering the stuff that Faze had been. And obviously, VOD comes into play a lot, you know.
They're a team of veterans. They're a team of veterans. I think Silly said like, we just haven't been playing great. We should be, I think he said like 4-2 or something maybe. I don't know exactly how many games they played, but I think he said like we should be 4-2. Yeah. So yeah, not concerned for Faze heading into the major really at all. Interesting, but not concerned. What else?
I think nothing about that. It was just very interesting for it to happen at that time to that team at that time.
After you recorded a thing about how they be beaten
the day before.
They can always, any team can be beaten, and it's when it comes to competitive.
I did say that as well. Exactly. They're not immortal. They're mortal.
In competitive anything, it's just who's playing the best that day. The good teams usually play the best. Yeah. But every now and then you just get one of those sleeper days that LAG comes out on fire.
Sleeper days. Yeah, I feel you. Well, another series that we're desperate to talk about on here as well is the OpTic versus Dallas.
Best series that's happened.
That was my favorite series I've ever had.
Cold War so far. Period. Full stop.
Someone called me toxic on my Twitter. What? Because I tweeted as a joke. I was obviously joking, but I said like, if anyone disagrees with me that this is not the best, the best control game that they've ever seen, I'm insta blocking. Yeah. And someone went, this is a toxic tweet, and I was like, I was only joking.
Oh, did you reply that?
No.
Did you block them?
I blocked them. Yeah.
Did you actually block them?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
Yeah. No, you ain't calling me toxic and getting away with it.
Oh my god.
So good vibes on my page.
100% you blocked. Like, you're not lying.
Nope.
I respect that. Because you said
it's just not nice. I was joking. And if you can't take a joke, you're not welcome here.
Yeah, it's not. It's just like, it is though. It's someone like seeking. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's someone.
They didn't follow me. They literally just came on to tell me I was toxic. I was looking, like, look, dude, I am not toxic.
Because any of your followers that actually follow you, like, as a fan and sport, they know you joke. Yeah. And also, can we talk about this? It was the best series.
Can I just say also, there was many people who did disagree, and I didn't block them.
People disagreed?
Yeah.
That was the best series?
No. I said best control game I'd seen in Cold War.
Okay. How do you disagree? That was the best. It came down to 2-2, one life each. How is that not the best control game you've ever seen?
I don't know. But it was the best control game I'd ever seen.
What's the better control?
It was the best series I had seen in Cold War.
Yeah, same. What's the better control? Did anyone say?
No, because no one has an answer.
Everyone just disagreed.
Because you're all wrong.
I literally can't think of one control game that
was better than that.
That was better than that.
There's been some great moments, but there's not been a control game that was that wild. We had 2 Scump 1v1s in that, I'm pretty sure. Did we not?
2 Scump 1v1s? No.
Oh, no, we had 1 Scump 1v1 in it, and then 1 Scump 1v1 in the S&D. Yeah. I'm just thinking about the whole series. This is awesome. Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's talk about it. Because, obviously, this came down to the wire, which was wicked. It was a Game 5 situation, and... I mean, honestly, it could have gone either way at this point in time.
So it could have, but it couldn't have at the same time.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, considering what was going on in it, though, it could have. Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of people expected OpTic to really come out
with
the win.
There's some credits to give here, right? You got to give OpTic credit because they're going up against the top team. They've been struggling. They come out. They get the dub.
Yeah.
Right? So credit to OpTic. Another credit to OpTic, they won 2 search and destroys. Yes, imagine that. You play a top 3 team. You win
not
both
just
searches.
One, but
smoked them. Well, smoked them 6-2, 6-1.
Yep.
So credit to you. And then a little bit of a credit to Empire. I thought they got outslayed so bad and somehow won 2 respawns while getting outslayed.
Yeah.
So bad. Which I don't necessarily think would happen every day. Like, I don't necessarily think they're going to get just destroyed in stats-wise. But winning 2 respawns against OpTic when statistically you're all negative isn't going to be easy.
Yeah. I also, with that being said, though, I think I was really impressed also still with the respawns from Chicago, because obviously the slaying power there.
100%.
But not only that, they were very close respawns. I mean, like 244 to 250 that they lost the first hard point, and then we had a 3-2 to Dallas control. We also
OpTic should have won game 1.
I know.
100% should have won game 1.
I know that Illey 1v1 though.
I know,
dude.
Had people arguing on the timeline.
Okay, what's your argument about that?
Don't have one.
You don't have an argument.
No.
You don't have like a thought process behind when you saw that and you thought, oh, this.
No, everyone's like, it's all about the gun, who had first shot, yada, yada, yada. It's like, it was
literally a
land, not
for
land.
You.
Oh,
it's only for you versus a Krig. But in that, I suppose in that close up, for me though,
Illey had first shot.
Though, would that not...
Illey had first shot.
See, it was so weird. It felt like, from our point of view on Codcast, it looked like Scump had it.
Yeah, so it looked like he did, but Methods tweeted this, that Illey had first shot, and I'm pretty sure, or no, Methods and Miles both, and I'm pretty sure he actually did, because if you watch the rebroadcast in slow-mo, you can actually see Illey's gun fire before Scump's,
right?
But like Scump didn't take damage before he got a hit marker. But this is the reason why I don't have a thought on it, is because we're watching in spectator mode.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not a fault to, like, I think overall Call of Duty has an awesome spectator mode, but I just don't look at that as like, because we're in spectator mode.
And all of it.
Yeah. Because we're watching spectator mode, I don't think you get the 100% this is what accurate this is what happened.
What they're seeing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then, there's just the online and LAN thing. I'm just, oh my God. I can't.
Oh yeah, that's all poo.
I can't with it.
That's
someone said,
poo,
I saw people tweeting, and look, I had a lot of people on the timeline. I love tweeting it. Scump wins that on LAN. It's like, dude, stop.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Maybe he does, but it just doesn't.
It is funny though to see like it was a 74U versus a Krig.
Yeah.
That is quite funny. That's quite amusing. That the fact that Illey managed to pull that off against literally a submachine gun that's meant to be like super impactful and fast.
I just don't really have a thought, because I just thought it was a cool scenario. And, like,
it was wicked scenario.
Yeah, and I think if you played again, I think Scump could have won it.
I was half squatting on my chair watching like this.
Yeah. Do you have an opinion on it? Like, on the whole thing?
Not really. No, I'm a bit like you, to be honest. I just think he won the 1v1. That's it. I'm a little bit shocked considering it was Krig versus, was a Krig versus a Sony 4U. And also I feel like in that scenario, I feel like Scump 1v1, it's like a pure test of talent almost in that sense. And the fact that he has a sub, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just one of those things. And I think he would have said something about it. Yeah, if there was
I just don't. Right. I just don't really like look into stuff an insane amount when it comes to that, because at the end of the day, you have 2 great players. You got Illey and you got Scump. They're in a 1v1. Let's be real. It's a 50-50.
I feel like Scump really did push it though as well. Push for it.
He had to. Illey was capping. He had to hop in and he had to challenge him.
No, I know that, but he hopped in and he like.
Oh yeah, he went for the gunny. Yeah, 100%. Which is he made.
Well, with the sub as well, wouldn't you push?
Yeah, both players made the correct play, and that's why I feel like it literally could have gone either way.
The one thing I do find a bit strange about it though, is that obviously like B side with the barrels and stuff, and he did push him the left hand side of those barrels straight, literally beeline for him, but. I can't exactly remember how much time was left on the clock, but I do remember thinking there was enough time for him to do a little flank around and try and get him on the backside, which would have allowed him to get that first shot off a lot quicker and / maybe even from his back. I mean, would you, in that situation, is it better to beeline or to do a mini flank?
Well, so in this case, this is what I'm kind of referring to, of it being a 50-50, because so what Scump did, Scump was on the other side of the wing. He just stood still. Like Illey was capping, right? He's solo capping. It takes a little bit to solo cap.
It does.
He just stood still. He didn't move. And what that causes is Illey to be like, where's this guy coming from? Like, so Illey, when you go to Illey's point of view, he starts looking every direction, trying to figure out where he's going. And then, I don't know at what point it was at. It might have been like halfway, or maybe it was getting, a quarter left. I don't necessarily know. And that's when Scump went under the wing. So he had the opportunity to flank, but it's one of those, you really could do anything in that scenario. And Scump just was like, I'm just going to chill. I think he kind of probably was like gathering his thoughts of like, okay, this is what I'm going to go do. He pushed under. And I think the only mistake that Seth made was he slid, because Illey had no idea where he was at.
And he heard him slide.
I think he heard him slide. But I'd have to watch the clip back to know if he knew where he was before that. But I'm pretty sure Seth like contested and then slid. And that had to have given Illey an audio cue, because Illey immediately went like that way. Yeah. But I think he probably knew where he was anyway. But so I think what you said is right. Like
yeah, I mean,
if he flanks, maybe he wins.
So weird, because anytime I play, and I mean, like,
he did have a sub though.
Yeah, he did.
So probably don't want to flank and get caught out by an AR, unless he could have gone in plane.
I mean like short flank. I mean like literal, like where the barrels are, where Illey is. If you literally push around the side and just catch him in his back.
Or gone in the plane.
Yeah.
And dropped down maybe.
Behind him.
That would have been a good play too.
I just feel like when you're in that situation, for me anyway, when I'm on offense and I'm capturing, I feel like I'm the one that's like, oh my god, like where, like I'm not prepared for it. But it seemed like the complete opposite. I feel like I felt like in that situation when I was watching, I was like, oh, Scump's got this, because Illey's the one that's like almost his back against the wall, and he's super exposed, and Scump can maneuver any way he wants in any direction. And I just like, it was weird watching it, because Illey made it look like the complete opposite, but I thought that Scump would have had the advantage.
I think Scump did have the advantage. I think just when you're watching the best players in the world, they just made it look easy. Like Illey just made that read. He just made it look easy, calm, cool, like collected. Just all of a sudden Seth contest. He has no idea where Scump's at. Yeah. Seth contests. All of a sudden Illey chows and it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna win the 1v1. Yeah. It's like, but if that was me, I'm doing earthquakes on my screen, looking every direction, trying to figure out.
Yeah. And then we basically had 3 checkmates in a row after that to seal the deal. And then obviously they won the next hard point and the next S&D, which, completely sealed that series for
That's why I don't like the veto system, by the way.
What?
I don't like seeing the same maps back to back to back.
Oh, I know. It's very annoying. We used to have that with Gary.
Call of Duty players love it, though. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Like, I've always seen them
they feel really warm and really like each team, it doesn't even matter to them, but each team feels like super like, okay, like
I don't like the veto system because of that, but that's a separate story for another day.
Story. No, it was really like, that was my fate. I would love to go watch that back again. Like, I've never really said that much about Call of Duty before, just because I watch it regularly every single day and it's exciting just watching new stuff. But that
I think to what you just said, you don't want to go back and watch stuff because you're looking forward to what's next.
Yes.
You're like, ooh, I can't wait for the major now.
Yeah, exactly.
But like for that match was so good that you're like, ooh, I'd go watch that again.
Yeah, I think I honestly probably will watch it again before the major, so like maybe tonight or something, because just to get an idea of like what was going on a little bit deeper, because I'm watching. It's sometimes hard with work and stuff because I'm watching like a fan when in series like this rather than like an analyst or a host, and sometimes I can't help it. I'm like watching as a fan, like whoa, like both teams, like it's just so fun and exciting. So it's cool to like sometimes go and watch stuff back or watch clips back or a certain map in the series just to really get the analytical point of view of it.
Do you think it's a big win for OpTic?
Oh god, yeah.
Do you think it's like a confidence booster? Like, okay, because they, last week we're talking about, do we make a team change here? Do we not make a team change?
It is, and because even with the whole seeding and everything, this series was never gonna confirm them first seed. Obviously, it was gonna bump them a seed higher to second, but it wasn't ever gonna. What?
Just in my head, it's like, congrats, you got bumped up. Now you get to play Faze.
I know. It's like not ideal, but it did. I think it meant a lot to them confidence-wise because of their reactions afterwards. And I think it was more so. I don't think it was even to prove to anyone other than themselves that they were good, that they were okay.
You could feel the tension.
It was very interesting to see where Dashi was being played S&D. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't.
So checkmate.
Break it down.
Yeah, checkmate S&D. He was being played A side, and he was watching he was like literally in between where the whole like A lane is, so like A street. He was watching in between that and looking down, bottom plane A side, wing, and just into the plane where the opening is above the wing. And he was literally just there, standing there. Chilling. Like that was it. You know, crouch lying, whatever it was. He was really hard back into their spawn. Literally just a couple steps, boom, you're fine from spawn. And that was where he was being played. And he was literally, his job was to stay out of the way, be the guy that they wanted to kill, but like they would have to go looking for. So like he wasn't going to chow and get killed early on. For the most
part, it was like Seth just dominated the plane.
Yeah.
Right, and then
Formal.
And then what's the Envoy?
Yeah, Envoy.
Yeah. I'm thinking of a Halo player, and I got the two confused.
Yeah.
Envoy was like just hitting flanks.
Oh yeah, majorly. Got a lovely 2-piece.
They just didn't. Yeah, on A-bomb. Yeah, they just didn't get first blooded as much as I feel like, because when you go back to losers finals of the major.
Yeah.
Just first bloods over and over and over again, or they'd have the advantage and they'd die. But in this case, they really tightened it up.
Yeah,
you could see.
I feel like it was funny. I'm pretty sure last time Envoy was in the Dashy role that Dash was playing this time
in the major.
Yeah. I think Envoy had that role and it just wasn't working out. But Dashy did a good job. The only thing I would say is he was bobbing back and forth quite a lot again, and it was kind of making a little bit more noise, and he was getting killed a couple times. But again, like his rest of his teammates were able to clean up, and if anything, that kind of baited and distracted from other places, especially on offense. But it's just like, it's just hard because they're still, you can just see they're still trying to figure out what their,
piece it together a little bit,
what their strat is.
Okay, so question for you.
Yeah.
Before we start jumping into the other topics.
Yeah.
Can they beat Faze? They win against Empire, confidence booster. Now, congratulations, you bump up a seed and you play against Faze in the winners semis. I think they will play Faze if they win their round one.
I would say no, and I'll tell you why. And it's not because I don't believe in OpTic. I do. I think they're a great team. I don't think at this stage they're going to beat Faze, and it's for a couple of reasons. One being, I still think that they need a little bit more confidence, mentality-wise. And second of all, the biggest reason, they're just not polished enough right now. Faze is super polished, and despite obviously going down to LAG, everyone has a bad day. Whatever the actual reasoning was behind it.
OpTic's bad day was getting double 3.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Yeah. Bad day, bad week.
Yeah.
But they're just not polished enough. You can kind of still tell in terms of the series that they're still trying out different things to see if it's working. You can't be at that stage and go against a team that has been at that stage for a whole month. That's going to be really rough and really difficult, and they will try and pick you apart, and any potential weakness or unsurety that you have on any of your maps or modes in new roles within your team. And I'm not talking about what you're running, I'm talking about where you are on the map and what you're doing objective wise. So I think that that's where they're going to fall a little bit to Faze. I still think that they can do well. It's just with the sheer pure firepower that they have on their team in terms of talent. But I just think ultimately when it comes down to strategy, which, let's be honest, this league does come down to strat and what you're doing tactically wise, because everyone is an incredible gunny. They're all great. So it will come down to the brain power, what you're going to be doing. I
think Faze is going to win the major.
Yeah.
And we'll see if that pattern is going to keep happening in future stages and stuff. But I do think if there's one team that's going to beat them right now, it's OpTic.
Oh, do you? Yeah. So you disagree with what I'm saying?
I don't disagree with you. I agree with every point you made. I just think that if there's one team that will catch fire and beat them, it's OpTic. I don't think... I could be wrong, because anyone when they catch fire could win. But like even Empire, I think if Empire is playing at their absolute... Like I just haven't seen Empire. Like it's crazy because they're so consistent, like Dallas Empire, but I haven't seen any of them like just catch absolute fire and just go off, but I could 100% see like when OpTic has the gunny going and they have the confidence and every challenge is going their way, they go game 5 with Faze and they should have beat them. And I think that gun to gun, like as in player to player, I think OpTic is the best challenge for Faze.
Okay, I like what you're saying.
Still predict Faze to win, but I think that OpTic is one of those teams that could 100% like be on point that day.
Yeah.
And over challenge everything and win.
Okay, but question, based on what you're saying there, are you meaning that they will lose to Faze at the beginning and do a loser bracket run? Because are you thinking that they're gonna beat Faze in the winners semis?
No, because like I'm not really making a prediction because I think Faze is gonna win the tournament.
Yeah,
it's just one of those like.
Do you know what I'm saying,
it's just one of those like could
they
happen.
They can't catch fire that early when they're meeting them that early.
Well, like they can.
Can
but
they? After one game?
They can if they're playing like they just wake up. Eat a good breakfast. I don't know what to tell you. Whatever Faze is eating, go have the same breakfast. I don't know. And they have a great series. But
CCTV VOD review.
But I do think what you're saying is probably more likely. I think that they probably go to losers bracket and like catch fire that way. Like get a lot of series under their belt, 3-0 a couple teams. It's probably more likely that happens, but we'll see.
We will see. It's gonna be amazing, this major as well. To be fair, like we have so many excited teams that are like really coming into their own now, and they want to prove themselves, and especially in the second major, I think. I
love this format so much.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the league matches into just a major.
Gives you something to like look forward to and like play for, isn't it? It's just like it's empowering.
Yeah. Got a golf tournament on this weekend.
It's a lot on.
Call of Duty Major.
I am going to be
I got a Halo tournament
this weekend. This week.
Yeah.
I am going to be cooked. I have so much to do. Yeah, I start working. Well, today for everybody. I start working today.
I have 2 Halo tournaments too, but I just don't count that. Just don't look forward to that.
Talking about Halo though, should we move on from the major to Infinite, or is there something else you want to talk about?
Real quick. Slasher out.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh my god.
Drazah in.
Yes, Slasher out, Drazah in.
Agree?
To be fair, I do agree. I mean, I think Slasher's phenomenal. I think he's an incredible IGL. I think he's been doing good. Yeah, he didn't have the best week last week. Yes, and literally the last day of the week. Not great, but I do still think he brings a lot to the table that others can't. But I do also think, to be honest, you could have picked any of them.
Yeah.
I'm not being mean about that. We could have picked any of them. But it's not really an individual thing, I don't think.
Maybe it's like an internal.
Yeah. Or just someone had to do it. Someone had to do it. And maybe Slasher's fed up. I don't know. Maybe he's like, I need a break as well. Maybe he agrees.
I saw people like saying this too. And I don't really agree. I just, some stuff that people say just makes me.
Like what?
Slasher feels a certain kind of way about online Call of Duty.
Right.
And like, I get it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like someone tried convincing, like in this thread of the post, that Slasher benched himself because last year he said that if it continues to be online Call of Duty, that he wasn't going to play.
Right.
And I just think that's just not true. I don't think it's true. I don't think it relates. I think that I understand the frustration of playing online, but come on. Isn't he in Texas now too? Yeah, like everyone else, and it's like come on.
I don't think that's true.
I don't
entirely.
It's just a random thing someone said, and it's funny the narrative people get in their minds.
Oh yeah. Oh, people make stuff up all the time and run with it because they like it's fun for them, isn't it? It's just one of those things. But I'm sure the pro players are very used to that.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is Drazah though, great choice.
Well, they picked him up. Well,
Drazah's amazing.
But
Drazah's such a good
Kenny
player.
And TJ played with Drazah last year.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
With Slasher.
He's really good. Yeah. He is really good. Be very interesting to see exactly what happens there, and we will only know that when it comes down to it. And then potentially methods, maybe.
Back on.
Yeah.
Zinni equals Winnie.
Zinni equals Winnie.
Who are they? Okay, so methods rumored to be back on Toronto.
Yeah, rumored. Right. Yeah. I mean, he's letting out some sus tweets.
Is it Bance?
The sipping of the tea.
Yeah. And everyone is saying, like, congrats. That's what made me think is people are like, congrats, welcome back.
It's got to be Bance.
Yeah. Is it Cammy? Because of the whole thing? You know what I mean?
I know.
No.
I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah, we can't.
I can't actually get into that.
It's just speculation. It's just speculation. Not like talking about what happened with Cammy, but maybe I don't know. Because if it's rumored, it's either Bance or Cammy then, right? Because Insight's got to stay.
Yeah. All I'm going to say is Scottish people need to tuck in on the language a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it is a cultural thing. But anyway, I don't know
who's coming in. It's got to be one of the two, right?
Yeah, I don't know who he's coming in for.
Because you can't replace
I think
Insight.
it's a great move if they can. No, you're not replacing Insight.
That's what I'm saying.
Sure. But I think it's going to be a great move regardless.
Yeah, me too.
Zinni's fantastic methods, amazing. So really excited to see him back on board. Hopefully, they are rumors. They're not actually. It's not actually set in stone. So don't take this literally.
Well, I guess we'll know.
But we'd love to see it. Yeah, we will know.
If you're listening, if you're watching,
potentially,
you know, yeah.
So let us know your thoughts on it, though. If it actually has happened by the time you're watching this in the morning, in the early AM, if you are a rise and grinder. Yeah, it'd be really interesting. So from one esport to another, folks, we're going to head on over to Infinite.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
I did.
We're going to head on over to Infinite. So yeah, a little bit of news.
Yes.
Not a lot of it,
Finally.
but a little bit.
Something
To grasp and bite your teeth into.
Yeah.
Lovely. First event.
You know how desperate
is it location
for let me say this real quick. You know how desperate
So
for
excited.
news I am?
I know.
I saw this tweet, okay?
Yeah.
I immediately want to turn my Xbox on.
Did you wanted to play?
I look at this thing. I'm looking right across it in disgust right now. No, I do.
Why?
Because, Halo right now, I just don't, there's just nothing there. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't enjoy it right now. I enjoy
Finish my coffee.
I enjoy it, but don't enjoy it. And you know that, and that's a whole different thing to talk about, right?
Yeah.
Everyone already knows that. You guys know what I'm talking about. But, did you just smack your head?
No.
Okay.
I
You
did.
did.
I did.
I can't wait to watch that back. Anyway, no, but like it's funny. Like they announce something, and I immediately am like, I want to go practice something. Like let me go do something now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, of course.
So what was announced basically was it's an announcement of an announcement. Tashi put out a tweet. I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but he put out a tweet saying something
I'll put it up here.
along the lines of you got to make it match. He put up something along the lines of more details to follow in summer, but COVID pending, we locked in our first event for 2021, which I'll spoil it for everybody. I don't care.
What do you mean?
The event is going to be either November or December.
How do you know that?
Because the game is rumored to come out in November, like early November. 2021, you only got.
That's very true.
You know.
Yeah. I guess maybe
It's not
December
really.
then.
It's not really a spoiler. That's what's funny about it is because like it's kind of obvious. It's December.
December then.
It will be December.
Can't be the same month, surely. That's not a lot of time to play.
No, I think it'll be December.
Yeah. Give you at
I'm
least
nervous.
a month.
I'm nervous about it
Yeah.
because it's such a like. It's just we haven't competed in so long.
What kind of event will it be? Do you think?
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's gonna be a competitive.
Yeah, but surely it won't be like, because like there's got to be some kind of roadmap set for the next following year.
It'll be. I guarantee you, it'll be the first tournament of our roadmap.
Oh, really?
Because they're releasing a year-long roadmap on Infinite, which I can't wait for. It's the first time Halo Esports has done that proper.
So you don't think it'll just be like a standalone event with?
I don't think so. I think it'll. I don't know. Actually, I guess they could do that.
Because that's what I would do. I'd start fresh on a new year, but it's nice that they want to give you like an event and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like, I just feel like it. Like
I'm stressed about it.
You want your players to play towards something.
I'm already stressed about it.
Don't be stressed.
I have to be.
You're gonna be amazing.
I'm stressed.
Don't be.
Because like the tournament, like a tournament after a month of the game.
Yeah.
As bad as you want to win it,
I know.
Want to be the best team, like you just have to put in the reps into the game, and it's just not.
We already know that when it comes out, they're going to be long nights.
Yeah.
Lots of coffee, lots of TLC from me and the pups.
We need
we're going to be there for you, babe.
Caffeine sponsors.
We're going to be there for you.
I need caffeine.
I know, but we also need to look after your body as well. I think that's like another really important thing and something we've spoken about in our podcast. I think maybe in some of the earlier episodes, but having a balance. So like, for example, Infinite is going to come out and it's something that, not just me, but obviously PJ has been looking forward to for a number of years now. And
probably like 5 years.
Yeah, just a couple.
I enjoyed Halo 5 for the first year, and then
just
after that,
a couple of years. Right, but this has been so long anticipated for him, and I think with something like this, it's going to be really hard for you to not
want
to
dive
not overdo
in.
it.
Yeah.
And I understand that, because obviously you're on a time crunch, especially with now an event announced potentially like a month, maybe
I'm not worried
close
about
to that. But I think it's important for people to understand that there
Yeah.
is that, there is that feeling in you to keep going and just like plow through it. And it is new, but I think it's important for you to tell everyone, like, it is good to have a balance. It's good to make sure you're feeding your body, you're drinking, you're taking time away from the screen, you're sleeping properly. You're not just staying up all night and every single day and getting 2 hours of sleep a day. That's not how athletes perform. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What?
I was just deciding if I want to be really sarcastic or not, but
I know, I could see an evil look in your eyes, and I was like, what is he about to do to me?
I was like, nah, we don't need any of that stuff. No, I'm just joking.
We're gamers.
No, I'm not worried about it, because I feel like after Halo 5, I feel the most prepared I've ever felt.
Yeah.
Like, I know what I need to do. I literally know the hours I need to hit, the VOD review I need to do. Like, I feel so like on point without even seeing it yet.
Yeah.
We got to get there, and I got to execute when I get there. But from really like 2018, from 2016 to 2018, I just learned a lot as a competitor. And yeah, everything you said is really spot on. I'm going to make sure I'm just getting on a really good schedule. I'm hoping our scrims are going to be early, because that's always been the big battle, is getting Halo players on. Like, we used to scrim back like 11 o'clock at night, and then when we were on CLG and OpTic and Talks, we got scrims down to like 7 p.m.
I'm just prepared
I want to dial it to like 5, like, like 5 p.m. scrim. Then I can go eat dinner with the fam.
I just want you to be able to like get as much time as you need to in the game, but then also like listen to your body. Like, for example, like when it comes out, like I know that like that is all your time is gonna be on that, and I want it to be, but I also just don't want you to get sick.
No,
like,
I'm gonna be pretty good, because a lot of preparing for events and stuff is a lot of VOD review where you're not necessarily gaming and sitting there for hours and hours. I think I'm gonna be on a good schedule, and I'm hoping, because we have 3 top orgs already in the game, and I think we're gonna get more orgs in. I think that this is the best Halo players who've ever been treated, period, between C9, Sentinels, Envy, and more coming. There's no excuse to not get scrims. Everyone will be full-time, right?
Yeah.
And that was in Halo 5. It was the first time Halo players have ever been full-time Halo, right? Which is why we were able to get scrims earlier, 7 p.m. The scrim time is such a massive part of it, because say we can get scrims all the way down to like 5 p.m. It allows me to like have a good morning, stream if I want to, get ready for scrim. You could like take a break and then go again at night, compared to what used to happen, like 2016. You would scrim at 9 p.m. from 9 until midnight. And then it was like you had to play matchmaking, and you had to play 8s if people were playing 8s. And then that's when you're going to bed 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And then you're getting up the next day, and you're just never on like that good schedule, that good cycle. But I hope we learned something from Call of Duty, because for the most part, Call of Duty players, from what Frosty's told me, I think they're scrimming like 3 p.m.
Yeah.
And they're on a really good schedule. They got content and stuff that they got to do. We're not going to have to do that per se. But I'm feeling prepared. I'm feeling good. I'm pretty, I feel like I've learned a lot about myself and the route I need to go.
It's cool that you have your team back as well.
Yeah.
It's cool that you have like yourself, Lethal, Royal 2, Frosty. I think it's just so cool, like OG. I love that. But I did want to ask you one quick question as well. So like when you first picked up Halo 5 as a brand new game, like it just came out, what was that feeling like? Because obviously you're going to have that feeling all over again with a brand new game. What was it like picking up that brand new game, knowing you're transitioning into being a pro player in it and having to like really go for it?
So it's funny. So like obviously how much like I'll gas myself up a little bit. We had a lot of success in Halo 5. Right?
That's the gas.
No, but listen, so like I'm gassing myself up. We had a lot of success in Halo 5. Like as that team, we had a lot of success.
Yeah.
When we were playing MCC, the Halo 5 beta came out.
Yeah.
I refused to play it.
Really?
I didn't like it. I didn't want to play it. But to be fair, they put out the beta like really close to like an MCC tournament that we had, like the Halo 5 beta. And I'm like, me. I'm like, I'm preparing for this. Like, get this out of my sight. You know what I mean?
Right.
But no, so it's funny because looking back at how much Halo 5 we played, like it's funny that I didn't play the beta, and still play. I didn't play the beta at all. I don't know. It's different. Halo 5 was really weird because we didn't actually know what we were playing for. You know that? Like when they released Halo 5, everyone was all about it. Like it's this whole brand new mechanical game.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to piece it together. They didn't announce worlds right away. So everyone was kind of playing with like nothing in sight, and then randomly it was like, hey, here's a $1 million tournament with crowdfunding.
Wow.
Whereas now, heading into it, they've already said they're doing a year-long roadmap with, and this is if I interpreted the article correctly, I believe it's a year-long roadmap with a Halo World Championship guaranteed.
Yeah.
Which means $1 million tournament guaranteed. Whether they'll do crowdfunding and where that is in the date timeline, I don't know. But wow. Like what a difference of going from one to that, you know? And that's why I'm so excited for Halo as well, is because I feel like this is the first time, you know, we'll see what the gameplay is like. But this is the first time I feel like we're starting ahead of what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
Because in past years, I mean, you knew what you were doing for 2 months, and then it'd be 2 months of not knowing, and then, you know.
Yeah, I feel you. It's just really interesting, isn't it? Just like thinking about starting fresh again.
I can't wait.
Completely new.
I literally can't wait.
Not knowing at all what it's going to be like.
You know what, Roll 2, and I said this last episode when we were talking about Apex. You don't realize how much you love a game until you play every other game. And so like I'm playing Apex, and I'm playing not really Call of Duty, but I'm playing Apex, I'm playing CS:GO, I'm playing, you know, I don't know, like just like whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I was talking to Roll 2 about it, and I was like, just no game gives me the same satisfaction as competing in Halo. And I said this to you. I said I feel
I'm
like
such a Halo kid.
Yeah,
that's what you said.
And I told you this. I feel like competing in Halo has ruined like every other game for me, because I just don't get.
Ruined.
It has.
That's amazing.
It has, because we were talking about like single player games. I was like, no, it's just really not my thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, it's so funny because it's so different from me.
I
Like,
know.
we were literally discussing this today,
Yeah.
so why not bring it on
It was
here?
last night.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah.
Holy hell, my memory's shot.
I was saying how I feel like I didn't have anything to play. Like I'm just so like.
And I was like, but what about this game and this game and this game? And I was like, wait,
She loves
I
Cyberpunk
love
right now.
these games. I love RPG games. Who's with me?
Yeah.
Can I get an amen? RPG games are so good. I love them. I feel like I just can get lost in this different world. That's why I think I really fell in love with like Halo campaigns, anything campaign related really to any FPS game, and then I would transition into the multiplayer of it because I loved the campaign, but I'd always play the campaign first. That's always what I did. Because I think you just, I don't know what it is for me, but I just get more invested in the game when I know the story behind it, the passion behind that game, and like what it's about, and why we're playing with these, characters, and why I'm choosing this skin.
I didn't even play the Halo 5.
Awesome.
I didn't even play the Halo 5 campaign.
Oh.
I played all the other ones.
Well, you've never played it?
No. I haven't heard it's good, so I just never went back to it.
We should do it though.
Okay,
Why
but
not?
listen,
Do you wanna
I
do
played
it
every other
together?
campaign. That'd be fun.
That would
But
be
I
fun.
played every other Halo campaign, and then there were like rumors of these big tournaments happening.
Yeah.
So I just didn't play it right away. I just went straight to the multiplayer. I mean, it's so different, with the multiplayer.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I have to get good at this. And then everyone came out and just said that the campaign wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And they didn't like it. So then I was like, I don't.
I understand.
I don't really.
But it's
like,
not really
need
your thing
that.
anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just not your
It's
thing,
not.
is it? But I mean,
It's just competitive games, isn't it?
I love RPG games. I love open world games. I love it.
I'm getting there.
I love it.
I'm getting there, aren't I?
Oh yeah, you are getting
Like
there.
I like watching walkthroughs with you.
But I genuinely dream about it and think about it, and I wake up and that's all I want to do all morning is like play it. But I know I can't. I've got to be now.
Can I tell a story of what happened yesterday?
Yeah.
I
don't even know. I'm like, yes, what is it?
Lot was playing Cyberpunk,
Mm-hmm.
and we had just gotten back from my parents' house. So you went up to game. I was like, I was finished watching the Mets game. Sorry if you're a Mets fan like me. And
Hold on. But we have the best pitcher.
I told her. What's his name?
Jacob
what?
Graham. DeGrom.
Yeah, there you go.
I was close.
You were kind of.
Jacob
not really,
DeGrom.
Not really, but
I was close.
we got his first name.
Yeah, and
I
his
told
last
her-
name's kind of.
We were watching the Mets game yesterday. Side note, we were watching the Mets game yesterday, and I told her to say that. I said, anytime someone's talking about baseball, you tell them we have the best pitcher in baseball. I feel so bad for him because
You
he's a
proud of
part
me
of
now?
such a bad team. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Are you happy to be a Mets fan? Okay, so the story.
Yeah.
We get home. I'm like, I'm gonna finish watching the Mets game. You wanted a game, so I was like, go play Cyberpunk. You know, I was like, I'll be up in a little bit. I'll catch you in a minute. And you were in the middle of your a stealth mission.
Yeah,
I walk into her studio and I literally scared her. This happens frequently. I scared her without trying to scare her. I just walk into a room and she goes, oh. But you were playing a stealth mission and she just goes, I'm trying to be quiet.
I was so
I'm trying
frightened.
to be stealthy.
I was so frightened though, Pete. Like that was scary. I was really trying to be very stealthy, and also it's because I'd already completed the mission and I got so far through it, and then I like did one tripwire and that was it. Gone. Stealth mode. Gone. And so like I didn't get as much of a payout as I would have if I did it stealthily. And I was like, so I was like, I'm gonna do it again. So I did it again. Yeah. You know, like we went back on the load. Yeah. Came back to the beginning of the mission, and I was so close to the end. And you come in
again.
He's as quiet as a fox, people. Like even just without my headphones on.
Is that a saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. You always question my sayings.
It's a language barrier. I just gotta make sure.
Without headphones on, he'll come into the bathroom and he's like a ghost. He floats through the room. I can't hear anything, and I'll be in the bathroom doing my hair, whatever it is, and he comes in like a ghost in the wind, and I turn around and he's just there like.
No, that's not true.
It scares me every time. You're terrifying. Your presence, I just feel you.
Unaware. You're literally so unaware.
I'm not unaware. I'm in my element in my bathroom, and I'm just doing stuff.
You know, this is how bad you are with how often I scare you accidentally. Scare her is that I start saying, like, I'll be miles away.
Yeah, you need to.
I'll start.
But you haven't done that.
I'll start saying something to you. Well, I can't when you're gaming because
you need to give me a 5-foot warning, like a, yo, I'm coming in. Okay.
Oh, I can't when you're gaming.
And like, you know,
I talk to you when you're gaming. You don't hear me.
Yeah, I've got noise cancelling headphones on.
Exactly. So what are you talking about?
So if you have to come in when I'm gaming, I need you to like make your presence known.
I don't do that.
It's like, I was just thinking, Drazah, throw something.
Yeah. I don't. Okay, let me rephrase that, because I don't. Like when you're gaming, I don't really try to talk to you, but it's because, especially now,
Babe, when you just come in like a ghost in the night and you just stand there while I'm gaming, it's terrifying. Also, I have all the lights dimmed.
I wanted to see what mission you were doing.
Yeah, and you were peering over me and like, oh, God.
That's not even true.
You do it. You're in your dressing gown and it's like a demon.
You literally, Lot.
Yeah.
You literally got scared the second my foot passed the door.
Love, because think about this.
You're saying as if you were gaming and you noticed me behind you. That would scare anybody. That's not what happened.
You've done that to me in the bathroom. That is terrifying in the bathroom.
What?
There's mirrors everywhere and I just catch a glance.
I'm not allowed to walk in my own house.
You are. Okay, listen to that. You have if you were a character in a game.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
could I be a spy?
Assassin.
Yeah.
Stealth mode, full level, because your footprints make no noise. You have a silent landing on, 100%. You just it's like this. You would fall to the ground and it would make a
yeah. Have you ever played Splinter Cell? Chaos Theory?
No, I haven't.
Chaos Theory? Oh, no. You'd be terrified. It was one of my favorite multiplayer games.
Why? Why would I be terrified?
So basically, there's two teams. Yeah. One is a mercenary and then one is a spy. I think it's Chaos Theory. If anyone plays it, you know what I'm talking about. And if you were a mercenary,
I've heard of Splinter Cell before.
Yeah, but so if you were a mercenary, the spy, I can't really explain it. But the spies would they have a mission and they got to do all kinds of stuff, and you would just be walking because you're trying to find them.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere you just get jumped on. You would freak out. Freak out.
I don't mind that. It's when I'm in the game and then you bring the IRL stealth to life for me. It's like I'm not playing VR. Don't need that. Yeah. Whoa, you are right next to me. And you're just so quiet.
Unaware.
Guys, you don't understand.
I wish I could stress to all of you how loud I actually am.
He's not at all. He's a silent little fox. No. He is.
It's not true.
It is, babe. You move with no footsteps in the bedroom.
You'll be in the bathroom getting ready you'll be in the bathroom getting ready for work, and I will be talking to you. Sorry. I'll be talking to you and you won't hear me. So then I will then walk towards the bathroom and then I scare you as if I hadn't been talking to you the entire. And like, fair enough, you're playing music. Like, I know why you can't hear me.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm just like quietly walking up. I'm literally.
Bathroom, even with the door open, must be soundproof. I don't hear a word you're saying until you get in the bathroom, and you've clearly chosen to take a breath in that split second. And there I am, jumped out of my skin, had to pick up my skin off the floor.
You're a scaredy cat.
I'm not a scaredy cat. It's when you're silent. And you come out sometimes I'll be doing something again, like a ghost in the night. Again, no footprints whatsoever. And I just feel over my shoulders. Terrifying. Anyway, that's enough about getting scared all the time.
When have I ever scared you like that?
You had in the kitchen. Yeah, like this.
Well, like I touch your shoulder and you don't know I'm there?
Yeah, I don't know you're there. Oh.
I don't think that's happened in a while, though.
It still happened, and it's still ingrained on me.
No, but I was trying to think of the last time that I scared you, like in the, like, you know what I mean?
Babe, you scare me all the time.
I know I do, but in the kitchen, though. In the kitchen. Because like in the bathroom or the game room.
It just reminds me of that meme you sent me. We send each other Instagram memes constantly.
Yeah, all day.
In just Instagram DMs, even if we're next to each other, it doesn't matter. And that one about my wife getting scared. Oh, you scared me. Yeah. Do you remember? What was it? Remember you sent me a meme and it was like me whenever I walk into a room. Oh
yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's literally what it was. It was literally a guy. I don't remember it, word for word, but the thing was like my wife, every time I walk into a room, and it's literally like he just like walks in and then she just it just freaks out, and I'm not joking.
And then we yell at them.
Her. Yeah, but that is her. I walk into the game room.
You scared me.
I said, I'm watching the Mets game and then I'm coming upstairs. And she goes, okay, come into the game room when you come upstairs.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm not like a silent ghost. Come in like an elephant, plod or something.
You have soundproof headphones on. How am I supposed to get your attention?
Come up with something creative, but don't scare the bejesus out of me.
Flicker the lights.
No, don't do that. To be honest, that would be better than just feeling a presence behind me in a robe. Terrifying. But I'll tell you what, I think we've probably run over time now. Yeah. I think we're just about it. Let me know. Is there anyone else that's a bit of a scaredy cat or jumps quite easily?
It's not even like a scaredy cat thing though. Your awareness is terrible.
I'm going to start a new community, Scaredy Cats for Life.
It's interesting with you though, and I know we're finishing up, so I won't take up too much time. It's interesting with you because
horror films.
You're not very scared.
That's not what you're going to say.
What?
I said I love horror films.
No, I was going to say that.
Oh, you were?
You're not very scared. Like, you love horror films and Halloween and scary game walkthroughs. Like, she's not scared, but it's just,
I jump easy.
And you know what I think it is with you, though? You get, and I've told you this before, you get very focused. Like when you're in a game, or say you're getting ready like for work or whatever, and you're like doing your hair or something. Yeah. You're very focused on what you're doing. I think
that's what it is. I think that is what it is. Yeah. And it's why I'm not that great at multitasking because I sometimes am so focused on the one thing that I'm doing that I can't. My brain doesn't like to comprehend anything else happening in my peripheral or around me, which is not a great thing. It's actually not a great trait sometimes, because like if you're out in the world, you're shopping or something, you need to be aware of your surroundings, which I do think I can switch on.
It's two different scenarios. It's just two different scenarios. When you are comfortable,
switch is what I said.
When you are comfortable chilling and you're like in a game, you're not good at multitasking.
No.
But like if you're like out grocery shopping, like if we're at a store,
it's different.
You're aware of your surroundings.
I'm quite aware of my surroundings sometimes, but it's just like in certain situations, you always get me when I am like zoned in, wired on one thing, you know what I mean? And then it scares the hell out of me because I'm not paying attention to anything else around me at all.
Did you even hear me in the car today?
No.
You were texting a man.
Yeah. And
I said something to you and you didn't hear me.
No.
Because like I glanced over and I saw you were texting.
Yeah.
And she was texting about something serious. Yeah. Just full disclaimer. So like it's
one of my best friends.
Yeah. So so you didn't hear me.
Yeah.
So I repeated it. But I repeat it really loudly, like really sarcastically, and you didn't hear me. But then I basically just said I said, oh, I love you, like because we were talking about something.
Yeah.
And then you didn't hear me, so I repeated it, and then you said, I love you, babe. Just 1 second. I'm texting Evan about something, and I just started cracking up because like that I didn't say anything like other than that. You know,
Yeah.
It was so funny.
I can't. It's just. I don't know. It just goes over me when I'm really concentrating on something.
It's about some. It was about something serious. So I was only giving you.
Give it my full attention.
Yeah.
I have to give Evan my full attention regardless. Doesn't matter what we're talking about. Anime, SpongeBob, or something serious. It has my full attention. But no, it's been quite a fun podcast today.
Always is.
It's been really fun. Let us know your thoughts on what happened the week before the major. Let us know your thoughts going into the major for the Call of Duty League. Let me know if you're a scaredy cat like me. Let me know if you love RPG games. Let us know your thoughts on Infinite and the first potential actual LAN event for it as well, being at the end of this year. Let us know it all. That's what we just want to know what you think, guys. We
and if you
love
have a coffee
from
flavor that you don't like.
Yes, and if you have a coffee flavor you don't like, we need to rate this now.
8.
Oh, we just gonna do it like that, huh?
Just like that.
8.
8.
Just throw an 8 out there. That's it.
Yep.
Any rhyme or reason for the 8?
It's an 8. No, it's really good.
Is that?
I really liked it.
But only an 8 though. Is it just because it's something?
I'm trying to be strict.
Why are you suppressing it?
Because
you say this every time.
Yeah, because I'm saving the high numbers.
For
it's
what?
really
Why are you saving it for whiskey? We're talking about coffee here. It's coffee.
What are you talking about? You're saving it for whiskey. What does that mean?
Well, because we need to celebrate, don't we?
What, the 10th episode?
Yeah.
It's like the shortest milestone ever.
I love our milestones. What are you talking about?
We should have had a drink of the first one.
It's not short. It's 10
and
weeks.
The second.
You do know 10th episode is 10 weeks.
I know. It's been fun though. It's
10 weeks.
You know what? When it's really easy to do, I feel like it just doesn't.
I ain't short, love. 10 weeks is a long time.
An hour long each time.
Yeah, 10 weeks is a long time.
I would say this is an 8 because I just only taste one flavor-ish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you told me you smelled one, you tasted another.
No. But I'm saying like when I drink it, it tastes really good, but it's just a hazelnut taste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's good. I'm gonna drink this entire.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
What would you call this? A bag?
This yeah, it's a bag.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say I'm gonna drink this entire
bag
of ground coffee.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound right. I don't know why.
Oh God.
I'm gonna drink the entire bag.
I mean,
my Canadian.
Yeah.
They have bags of milk.
What?
You didn't know that?
No, they have bags of milk.
Yeah.
Bags?
Yes.
Why?
That's how they drink their milk.
What do you mean they drink it out of a bag? How do you drink something out of a bag?
Well, they pour it out of a bag, but yeah.
How the hell do you pour it out of a bag?
I don't know.
Why am I so angry about this?
I don't know. You could pour it. I don't know.
Show me right now. I'm so confused. Matthew, we gotta talk. What is this? Canadian bag of milk? What?
Yeah.
Why?
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I was gonna drink this whole bag of coffee.
Is it an eco thing?
I really don't know.
Can't be. Bags aren't good.
We need a Canadian to tell us.
Okay, anyone who's Canadian.
What are you saying? That's not good.
Bags aren't good for the environment either. So like,
is
why
it
the hell?
different than plastic? Is it worse than?
I think it is.
A plastic container.
I think it is worse. Yeah. I don't know why it is, but I think it is.
Okay.
Because you can't. Do you remember like people were like trying to like, you know, take bags away from supermarkets and just go paper? Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's something. Yeah, the plastic bag is bad.
I don't know.
It's all bad.
It's all bad.
What do you rate the coffee?
No, I need to know this. Canadians out there, please tell us why the bag of milk. I mean, that must be an absolute ball ache to pour.
Look.
That would go everywhere for me.
Look at this.
Oh my God, you'd open the bag and the whole thing would just... It'd be uncontrollable. How do you control the actual pour of that? No. Oh my God. I can see now. So they get the bag and they put it into a container.
Like,
why? Yeah. Why not have it into a container already? Imagine having to take that out of the fridge every time and think about how the hell you're going to pour that bag of milk.
The thumbnail for this Google picture I found is bag milk. What is it and why Canadians love it?
Why do you love it? Bagged milk.
Yeah.
I've never heard of such a monstrosity.
I'm surprised you've never heard that before. You're quite worldly traveled. Don't you have like family that lives in Canada?
Yeah, I do.
And they've never talked about this.
No, probably because it's an absolute abomination. Don't want to tell anyone about it. That is awful. What?
Oh my God.
I just don't see it. I just don't see an actual valid reason for a bag of milk.
About this.
Matthew, we need to chat. Like, this is, I don't understand this at all.
What do you rate the coffee?
Wow, I'm mind blown.
I know.
I'm a nameless right now. I'm mind blown.
That meme is so funny.
Wow. I rate the coffee. Can you just remove that picture? It's really distracting.
There you go.
It's really distracting to me. I rate this coffee. I am so shooketh. 8.7.
8.7.
I absolutely love the flavour of the hazelnut. I don't think it's too overpowering. I like how there's a hint of coconut in there, and I can taste the caramel. Really like it. I'm not a huge fan of artificial flavoured coffee, just not.
Yeah.
But for this, and if I ever wanted it and kind of... Actually, do you know what? This is a really nice evening coffee.
Yeah.
Like, I could drink this in the evening after something, a really
coffee,
nice meal.
Yeah.
It's really sweet. It's
Why are you
almost like
giving
a
me a hard time about my 8 when you went 8.7?
Because I did a 0.7 more than you, and you just threw it there. You like slapped it on the table.
I'm trying to be bold.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bold.
Like, I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like, rate the coffee 8.
I felt like Alexis Rose then.
What?
Oh, bold. David.
You figured out a way to get another Schitt's Creek reference into here. Nice.
Yeah, 8.7. I think it's really delicious. I really like their little...
I'd go 8.3.
I like their little spiel on the back where it says, so whether you're preparing for interstellar travel or just trying to get out the door on time, which is me.
One of the coolest packaging.
I'm trying to read the blurb.
Sorry.
Hold on. So whether you're preparing for interstellar travel or just trying to get out the door on time, whatever the journey, always remember to reach for the moon.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cute.
Yeah, I really like their packaging. Is probably the best that I've seen.
Yeah, it's really cool packaging. I think it's beautiful. It's got copper all over it. It's got it's space themed without being overpoweringly like kiddie. It's got all of their social media on the back, which will be linked in the description. So give them a check out. Check out our social media channels, which will all
Not
be
an ad.
Not an ad. This is also not an ad. Every coffee that we have, we'll let you know if there is an ad. If anyone wants to, get their coffee on, let us know. Let us know. But yeah, really, really, really lovely, and a big bag at that as well, which is nice. We'll be having more of that in the evenings, I'm sure. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. It has been a pleasure as always. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Enjoy the Call of Duty Major, and we will see you next week, next Wednesday, to get you through the rest of your week. And as always, stay on the grind. Goodbye.